keep it plain, we keep it real, we really get down to it. You know the drill, from the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure you stay locked, 'cause we go beyond the chat. We're not just talk, beyond the chat. We're not just talk. We go. Oh my goodness, I love that song. I don't think our jingle will ever change.
No, not ours.
Oh my goodness. If you are joining us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, beyondthechat.com, wherever you are joining us, we are super excited that you are here. It is another blessed Sunday that we get to share, we get to laugh, we get to talk, we get to have a good time, and we get to hear from you, our audience, our supporters. We thank you so much. So listen, if you don't know, if you haven't heard, I am your girl, your best friend, your next door neighbor, Natasha Cash.
And I'm T-Dub in the building.
Oh my goodness. Listen, life has just been a little crazy, but we're still smiling. You want to know why? Because we trust God.
Amen.
Because we have God in our lives. We put God first. We put him in the center. We put him at the beginning. He comes behind us. He's our protector. He's our cover. He's our shield. And we just trust God. You know, the Bible says if we have faith the size of a mustard seed. If you don't know what the size of a mustard seed is, I encourage you to look it up. Look up a picture of a mustard seed, and God is only asking us for that much faith. And when we have that much faith, God can use that to blow our minds. And what I love about God is that he tells us to speak what we want, to speak our desires, to be clear in our wants and our needs, so that we can see those things come to fruition. It's okay to speak positivity into your own life. You're not being selfish. You're not being conceited or any of those negative words. You know, if your daddy says, "Just tell me what you want," say it. Ask for it. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. And I want to encourage you, we want to encourage you to be an asker. To be an asker. And when you are clear in your vision, clear in your goals, the Bible says to write the vision and make it plain. And so when you are clear in your goals, when you are clear in your desires, and when you put God in your life and not, not be ashamed of who he is, not be ashamed to acknowledge him, not be ashamed to include him, then that's when he's able to work, because he don't have to worry about you hiding behind a rock. He don't have to worry about you acting like you know him only on Sundays, or acting like you only know him when you are around like-minded people. I tell you something really quick. I have one of my supervisors at work. She has such a huge heart. I love her so dearly. She's so kind and very thoughtful and considerate. And her and I were having a conversation at work the other day, and we were talking about, how you get into a place where you feel like things are happening, but you don't understand why they're happening and the way that they're happening, the process that you have to go through. And I just felt so compelled to just include God in our conversation. Now, listen, I don't know if she's a believer. I don't know if she goes to church. I don't know if she's even confessed God with her mouth. I don't even know. But what I do know is that when I began to speak those positive words using God's name and being a believer, when I began to speak those things, tears began to roll down her eyes, because I began to encourage her, to let her know that, listen, everything we go through may not feel good, but God says he will turn it around for our good. So, in order to see the rainbow, sometimes we just have to experience the rain.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple, because Jesus didn't do anything, but he was crucified.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't hurt anybody, but he was pierced in his side. There was a crown of thorns placed on his head. He took 39 stripes for our sickness and our disease and our sorrow and our pain. And he hadn't done anything wrong. So listen, I know that if we are humans, that we have done plenty of things wrong that deserve punishment far beyond what we have received.
Mm-hmm.
So please keep in mind that even though we go through hard times, we go through trials, we go through tribulations, we go through ups and downs, those things are for our making. Those things come to make us strong, to create a person that God wants us to be. And a lot of times we go through things. What's important is when is that we ask God, okay, God, what lesson should I learn in this?
Yeah, because in everything that you do and everything that you receive and everything that you experience,
Yeah.
there's a lesson, whether it's coming from you or to you
Ooh, or through you.
or through you.
Or through you. Sometimes we go through things and it don't have anything to do with us. It's for somebody else to grow. But I remember like Job. Job was challenged, and Job was a righteous man. But Job, his testimony and his journey was that, in spite of everything, he never ever turned his back on God. When his friends kept asking him, Job, what have you done? I know that you've had to do something. You have these boils on your body. You're sick and you're shut in and you're hurt and you're down and out. Please tell us, what have you done? And Job said, listen, all I know is that God is using me. And when I come out of this, it's going to be for my good. This is making me for my good. But not only that, Job, listen, that happened many, 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 many years ago. But if you read the Bible, that story, you can read that story over and over again. And I don't know about you, but I am encouraged every single day to continue to put my trust and my faith in God, because he will show up, he will show out, he will blow your mind above anything you can ask or think. He will do exceeding and abundantly.
Sound like you preaching.
Listen, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just in a
Hey,
place.
it's Sunday though.
But well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
So
That's
go
true.
ahead, and drop some knowledge on
Okay,
them.
well,
Make them feel it. Sure.
But listen, we went to church today. I was so excited and honored to be asked to sing and do praise and worship. Had such a great time. Was able to sing some of the songs that I used to sing back home at my church, True Way Deliverance. Bless my grandmother, rest in peace. But shout out to my Aunt Shannon and Uncle David, who are still holding it down up there, in the name of my grandmother, Pastor, Bishop, Apostle Ann Whitmire. And I love her dearly. She was an inspiration to my life in so many ways. And, I'm not trying to preach. I just want to be an encouragement to people, to let people know that, you know, there are going to be times that we go through. There are going to be times where we experience some rain. And through the rain, we have to continue to keep the faith. Faith is so important, to have. It's so important to have.
And rain is so important to have in both angles and from both perspectives.
Yeah.
Without rain, there's no growth, right?
That is so true. Oh my goodness. And if we don't experience the rain, how do we remain humble?
Right, right. It's like always getting that nickel, that nickel, that
Mhm.
nickel, that dime, that dime, that dime. Then the minute you don't get it, you're wondering what the heck is going on. Well, where's my nickel? Where's my dime?
Right.
What are you doing for it though?
Absolutely. Yeah, because the Bible says faith without works is dead.
Right.
So a lot of people, want things handed
Right.
to them.
You can't just receive. You have to give to receive.
You have to give in order to receive. And I'm so glad. Shout out to my Aunt Shirley, who is watching us right now. And I'm not just saying this because she's on the line, but she knows that she is my heart. Growing up, when I was a young girl, my older brother and I went to church often. We went to church every Sunday, and my grandma made sure we went. My mom even made sure we went to church. But my Aunt Shirley, when I say an example, it's gonna make me cry. 'Cause whew. When I say a true example of love, a true example of caring and nurturing, there's so many times, so many good memories I have with my aunt, growing up. It's so funny because people don't know, but I'm gonna just tell the audience out there that getting your feet rubbed, that is the bomb. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like getting a good foot massage. But when I was growing up, I used to go over my Aunt Shirley's house, and she would make me rub her feet. And I'd be like, Auntie, why you always make me rub your feet? She'd be like, girl, when you get older and you have children and you tell them to rub your feet, you gonna understand. And so I would always rub her feet, and then we would get up, I would crawl up in her bed, and we would watch the Cosby Show, and we would watch A Different World. And oh my goodness, she would cook lasagna and macaroni and cheese, and she would make, oh my goodness, these Italian chicken tenders, and she would make a cake every Sunday. I'm just talking about just love. And I'm like, Auntie, you do not have to cook every Sunday. And she reminds me of you, because I always tell you, honey, why do you cook so much? It's, I can't eat all of this. And you always say, you just enjoy seeing people enjoy your food. You enjoy watching the smiles on people's faces, and them saying, that's so good. And so that's how my aunt was. My aunt would bake a whole cake every Sunday just because she knew it would make us happy. And so sometimes we have to, go out of our way to be good to other people. And when God gives you that kind of heart, it teaches you to be that way too. You can never say you don't know love. You can never say that you haven't experienced kindness when you have someone in your life like that. It's kind of hard to be mean and abrupt and blunt and all that stuff when your heart has known so much goodness.
Right. Unless you haven't learned the way to do it.
Right.
Because some things may not come off mean or abrupt to you because you're so used to your environment.
That's true. That's true.
It just comes off and you're like, well, shoot, that's just me, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But you don't know who you're affecting that way. You don't know what they're going through.
That's right.
When you're just being yourself.
Right.
So you have to be careful how you talk to people, how you treat people.
That's so true.
And how you respond to people, because you never know when somebody's reaching out.
Exactly.
And then you cut them off because you're just being yourself.
That's so true, because we can be that one disruption in their life to push them over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can be that one word, that one person that says the wrong word, or not taking a moment to be kind or be generous or be considerate, that could push them over the edge. So it's important that we pay attention to our interactions, our conversations, our demeanor, our heart towards people. It's extremely important. I love you back, Auntie. I love you back. So it's important that we show love. It's important that love be a part of our everyday lives, because you never know whose life you are going to touch just by being kind. Where I work in the front office, and a lot of people come through our office, and I always hear, every time I come in here, you're so nice, you're always smiling, you're so helpful, you're so considerate. And when you're talking about leaving a legacy of love, not that I'm working to build and make sure there's a million people at my funeral, but when somebody gets up to speak about me, I want to make sure they have something nice to say, and not that it's made up.
And we've been to quite a few funerals.
Yes, we have.
This year already.
Yes, we have. And we because of that,
it puts things in perspective.
It puts things into perspective. That is so true. And we always say to each other, but it just is a reminder that life is short.
It's very short.
And people ask us, it's so funny. We got a phone call today from a family member that asked us, do you all argue? And we laughed and we chuckled, because it's very rare. It's very rare. We're so used to being supportive. Like, I don't know, it's not a competition at all, but I think that we love each other so much that we try to almost, for lack of a better phrase, try to outdo each other. I try to beat him to saying I love you. He tries to beat me to making me laugh or smile or saying something silly or funny and brightening my day. We try our best to be smiling when we see each other, just because he makes me blush when I see him, and just because I know he has a huge heart and so much love toward me. I want to match that level of love that he gives me, and we're constantly trying to like how they used to do back in the day with the break dance, and they used to battle. I'd be trying to
double Dutch.
Or double Dutch.
Let me get in there. But you keep trying.
Oh, wow. I can keep trying. Okay.
Hey, if you don't try, you won't succeed.
Right.
And that goes to all of you.
Right.
If you don't try, you won't succeed.
But why I gotta keep trying? How come you can't keep trying? How
You
come
want to use the word try? Let me rewind this back.
No, I'm saying no, I'm just saying you. So you trying to say that I'm trying to get to your level
No,
of
I'm just
love?
saying you're trying and you're succeeding. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
If you
because you ain't
don't
say that.
try,
Okay, I was
if
making
you
sure.
don't try, play the tape back. Play the tape back. If you don't try,
I was
then
just
you
making
won't
sure
succeed.
you wasn't trying to like
No, I'm
sneak
saying,
one
I
in
know,
there
I'm
on me.
saying, at least you're trying, which is good because if you
Okay.
don't,
Then we got problems.
then we're just looking at each other. Then you know what? Maybe we won't be smiling all the time.
That is so
We'll be
true.
waiting on each other to try.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not good.
Mm-mm.
That is not good.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, so listen, we are so glad that you all are here. Learn to live life to its fullest. Enjoy every moment. Life is too short. Love on yourself, love on your children, love on your spouse, love what you do. If you're not happy, change it. Do something
Yeah,
different.
yeah. It's don't wait on somebody else to change it for you.
Exactly.
It starts with you.
Yes. There was a song, what was it? CNC Music Factory. I think, let me see, were they the ones that sing I got the power? Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read that. I got the power. Look that song up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How I go?
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah,
So,
me either, but I know you
I'd
don't
be
know.
quick to make up something.
Yes, you will, because you
Hmm.
never know the lyrics of songs.
I know. I
Yeah.
know some lyrics. No,
What,
I
2
know,
or
especially
3?
when I read them. I know all the lyrics that I read.
Of course you do. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen. So let me jump into my thought of the week. This is my thought of the week and quoted Babe Ruth. Okay, quoted. I'm quoting Babe Ruth. My thought of the week is never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Oh my goodness. Listen, we cannot let fear overtake us. Do you know how many times someone who just had faith and just jumped out there? Like I think about Steve Harvey all the time because he tells his testimony a lot. He's like, I was sleeping in my car. I didn't have any money. I was trying to make ends meet, asking people to let me open up at the comedy show. They was giving me $10, $12. I had, just barely enough money to put gas in my car. And I was, ironing my clothes at the little, cleaner store or at the hotel where I, made it when I made enough money to actually get a hotel room. And somebody took a chance on him. And he never gave up.
There's a lot of stories like that.
Yeah.
And you find a lot of stories like that with athletes, that, may have grown up with foster parents, people that took them in. And it's just crazy that the people with the least resources have the most drive.
That is so true. Because it goes back, a lot of people. I remember being in high school and this kid was in like the 10th or 11th grade. I think I was in the 10th grade and he was in 11th grade. He was driving a Porsche and it wasn't his daddy's Porsche or his mama's Porsche. It was his Porsche that his dad bought him. And I always, when I see stuff like that, I always think, what do they have to look forward to? If they're handed those things so early in life, they don't have to work for them. There's no reason for them to feel like, I gotta go to work after school because I got to pay my car note. No, because someone's paying it for you. Now listen, I'm not hating or knocking or complaining about anybody that's blessed. I'm just saying we got to be strategic. We got to have follow the rules and the steps and stuff, because when people are handed things, a lot of times they expect a lot.
Yep, just like the nickel and the dime.
Right.
Why do I have to work when it's going to be given to me?
When it's going to be given to me. Exactly. I always tell my story about my grandma, how she gave me $1 and told me to keep my hand open. And as long as my hand was open, that there was room for me to be given more. But the minute I ball my hand up because I don't want to lose that dollar, there's no room. Where can there be where can more fit?
Yeah, it's hard to get money.
It's hard
to get the opportunities in there when you close.
Exactly. So learned a lot of lessons.
You know what? It just made me think about something.
What
if you went to the internet and you're looking up a business and you looked up the hours they were open and it had 0? How can you give into that business if it was never open?
If it was wow. Let me just dropping them coins, them knowledge coins. But that's so true. That is so true. And you know what? Not just a business, not just with money, but even with an open mind
or heart.
An open heart. How can you receive if your mind is closed to the possibilities of what could be? How can you receive if your heart is closed to the possibilities of what could be?
I think I need to come up with this design where I can design some pants that have open pockets.
And
If the
what you gonna
pockets
do?
are always closed, so how can money get in there if the
You know
pockets are
what?
always closed?
I'm like, okay, help me
Yeah,
understand
just
what you
walk
talking
around.
about.
Well, it's like like that basket you put the money in church. Is it closed? Nah,
No,
it's
it's
open, so
open.
you drop money in it. So
That
if I walk around with
a pocket that's
pocket
just
that's open pocket,
down, just
then maybe I
down in
put
there.
tips on the outside. Maybe I put tips on the outside of it. So
I love it. No, that's why I'm putting my cash app because if you sometimes a lot of people don't
boom,
carry money no more.
boom,
You know what I'm
cash
saying?
app. Matter of fact, we should get some cash app
I'm gonna get some
t-shirts.
cash app t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
and some cash app pants with my
Mm-hmm.
cash app name,
Mm-hmm.
and you just cash app
And
me
just be nice to everybody.
and just be nice at so they can give you some money. Listen, matter of fact, let me put my cash app up here because if y'all feeling real generous today, y'all can go ahead and send some cash app to us, and you know what I'm saying,
The hand is open.
yeah,
Okay,
yes it
the
is.
hand is open.
Yeah, we will definitely receive and take it
Mm-hmm.
because we sure appreciate the love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Which next time, we need to do some trivia. It's been a while since we've given away some good money.
It has been a
So
while.
maybe next time, next Sunday, we'll do
Yeah.
some trivia.
And because we love doing that.
Yeah, it
It's
is
just
fun. It's
it is
fun.
fun. It is fun. So we have to think about what kind of trivia we're gonna do
Yeah, because sometimes our audience is like on point. They smart. Like,
yes,
dang man, we should have came up with some
yes,
harder questions. Then sometimes they be like crickets.
yes, because we be getting them.
I know we be sitting like, oh, we need to make up a song or something. So we can.
So right, because there ain't nobody chiming in. Because listen, I wouldn't want to be, this you can play it back. Once this airs, go on YouTube, you can play it back, and you ain't gonna have me on YouTube looking crazy because I said that the United States
That
only
Bill
had
Clinton was black.
right. Exactly. Well, I don't know. Before Obama came, he was the black president.
I'm saying some people don't know.
Some people don't know, but let me just tell y'all: before Obama, Bill Clinton was the closest thing to a black president we had. But shout out to Obama. He came and, you know what I'm saying? He came and did his thing.
Mm-hmm. Add some flavor to the pot.
Yeah. We appreciate you, Obama. Made a song about, hey, we need to play our song. Go vote. We can redo that.
Center broadcast fast.
Go vote. Go vote. Go vote.
We
We had a good song for President Obama.
It was nice.
Very nice song. So we appreciate him being our president.
Good views on that song.
Yes. Too. Okay, so listen, let's jump into it. Today I want to talk about something extremely serious, and it's near and dear to my heart. And that is domestic violence. Domestic violence affects people of all ages, races, cultures, backgrounds, creeds, ethnicities, any word you want to fill in the blank with, every single day. And it's not just men attacking women, it's also women attacking men, it's men attacking children, women attacking children. And I am a domestic violence advocate. For those that cannot speak for themselves, I want to encourage you to talk to anyone, talk to someone, because it is so important that people understand that there is help out there. Mm-hmm. I was reading, for those that read the news, whether it's the paper or online, I have an application that I look at a lot, and it's called Smart News. And you can set it to your city, your state, or wherever. They also share top news all over the world. They share COVID statistics, entertainment, and you can set it so that you can receive whatever type of news you want to receive. And so I don't really set too many, perimeters or different topics or tabs. I just click on it, read what I read, see what I see. And last week, I read a couple of stories actually, that they just really just hurt. Because it's sad that we live in a world where people think that it's okay to go as far as taking someone's life. I read a story that said a man and his wife and their children were driving down the highway, and the husband and wife were in an argument, and it became so out of control that the husband purposely drove the car into oncoming traffic, and the wife was struggling for the steering wheel, fighting him for the steering wheel, trying to get back in control, trying to get back on the side of the road that they were supposed to be on, and ended up um, killing the wife and hurting the 4 children that were in the back seat. Yet he came out with no scars, scrapes, or bruises. And he attempted to take his family's lives because he was so angry. And it really hurt me because, one, the children are innocent. The children had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on between their mom and dad. And they probably were so used to them arguing, they had no idea that their lives were in danger.
Yep. They just sat back and like, well, they do this all the time.
It was extremely sad.
And paid the ultimate price.
Exactly. And now they've lost their mom, and now their dad is in jail. Now, I don't even know if they're with family members, but their family is now turned upside down. So shout out to DJ Raul. Thanks for always stopping by and showing some love. We appreciate you. And then after reading that story, then I came across another story the exact same day. A senior executive of Bank of America, lauded for her community work for underrepresented workers, was found dead in her home in California in what is suspected to be a case of domestic violence by her ex-boyfriend. She was 48 years old. She was found unresponsive at her home by her son. Her face showed signs of brutal trauma, and her chest also showed signs of brutal trauma. Could you imagine you finding your mom or your dad in their home dead because of domestic violence? Now, here's my question. Not that we have control over people's relationships, not that we have, we can say or save everybody, because a lot of times people think that you don't love them unless you are hitting them or beating them or screaming at them or attacking them or cursing them out or yelling at them or being aggressive. Oh, that's how he shows love. Or that's how she tells me she loves me. Oh, that really means she cares.
Yeah. And the unfortunate part is, looking in from the outside, it always looks like everything is okay.
Right.
Until you find out too late that everything was not okay.
Exactly. Because a lot of times people are embarrassed. People are embarrassed at the fact that there is something so bad going on, because they don't want to hear what mama has to say. They don't want to hear what their siblings have to say. They already know what their parents or their siblings or their loved ones are going to say. Why are you still there? Why are you putting up with it? What are you doing? And they honestly don't want to have to answer all those questions, because they're already in a situation where they feel helpless and they feel, like they don't have the answer. So you're going to ask them a question that they don't have the answer to.
Right.
And sometimes when you love somebody, you really, in a domestic violence situation, a lot of people feel like the reason that is happening to them is because they said something wrong.
Yeah, and sometimes the scenario is so extreme that you don't want to get other people involved because they may get hurt.
Right.
But there's still answers. There's still resources. As you see the number there at the bottom, there's still resources that can help. These people are trained to help you out of all types of situations.
Yes. And believe it or not, you'd be surprised how many people have experienced the same thing that you may have experienced. And it's important that people know that there's help and not be afraid to speak up for yourself, because ultimately you'll save your life. But imagine you being able to save the life of the person that's hurting you. I know sometimes we feel like, they hurt me, I want to save their life. But if they get help, because a lot of times people are in situations and it has nothing to do with that particular situation. They're just using you as the punching bag or as the sounding board to to deal with some other stresses and
Yeah.
other issues that they have.
To release.
To
To release,
release.
because sometimes it get to a certain point. It
Right.
can be on your job. It can
Yep.
be at church.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it can be at home.
Yeah.
It can be, among your friends.
Yeah.
It can be on the basketball court. It could be any particular place that where you're at this point, and all it takes is one thing to put you over the edge. The next thing you know, the person that loves you the most is right there in your face,
Right.
and they push that button that just unfortunately goes, the wrong way.
Goes the wrong way. So it's important that we understand that the resources are out there for a reason, and we have a chance to save our own selves, save our children. I remember a story, I think it may have been last year or the year before, about the Publix worker. You remember that story about the Publix worker that was coming from work and heading to the garage to her car, and her ex-husband was standing outside waiting for her and literally blew her away. I'm talking about she had no chance at life. She had no chance to run. He knew her schedule. He knew the door she came out of. He knew where she parked her car. He knew when to expect her. And literally, when she came off of the elevator from the grocery store, he had a sawed-off shotgun and blew her away in the parking lot. So it didn't matter that people were around. It didn't matter that it was broad daylight. It didn't matter that she had 3 young girls that she would be leaving behind. All he cared about was making sure she did not live another minute.
That's crazy.
And it's so sad to think that people get to a point where first of all, my thing is, if you're my ex, you're ex for a reason.
Right. Be ex and move on.
Be ex and move on. I need you to just leave me alone. So long, bye-bye, get to stepping, keep it moving.
Yeah, we can write a song on it.
We can write a song. I think we will. I'm gonna put a beat. You do a beat and I do a lyric.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because
let's just play James Brown song.
Listen, so that's it for domestic violence for today. But I definitely want you to know, if you are out there, you need help, if you need a friend, if you need a group, a support group, if you need something, someone, anybody, anywhere, the phone number is 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. I think we need to put on a domestic violence rally, a fundraiser, some kind of concert.
We can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because there's a ton of songs that have to do with relationships, and a lot of them have hidden messages in them.
They really do.
Whereas if you really listen to them, it's like, I wonder if she going through something. I wonder if he going through something.
That's true. You know what? People tend, like Mary J. Blige, for instance. Every song Mary J. Blige song was about her relationship, and it wasn't no secret that KC from KC and JoJo was whooping her behind. She made it very clear that they had some struggles in their relationship. But I am so thankful that whomever it was that was around her, that was her support system, or if it was just herself that got to the point that she felt like, I'm tired of having black eyes.
I'm not black guys, black eyes.
Black eyes. I'm tired of having bruised arms and can barely walk because I done fell on my knee or my hip or whatever it is. And she got to the point where she was tired. I've had enough. I am better than this. I am more than this. I am enough. I am beautiful. I'm smart. I'm needed. I'm wanted. I'm valuable. And I've had enough. So I love it. So again, if you need help, you need someone to talk to, please call 1-800-SAFE, 1-800-799-SAFE, 1-800-799-7233.
Holla.
All right. Now, today, I've been trying to understand people's perspective about getting vaccinated. And the numbers, and I think because we work in the healthcare system, we see the numbers all the time. And so it kind of baffles us to see so many people that have not been vaccinated.
There's a lot.
There's a
And
lot.
a lot of them that haven't been vaccinated are not wearing masks.
Exactly. We were in the store today, and it's so fun. It's not funny at all, but it's so funny that you and I are on the same page, like 99.99999% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the store today getting some food so that we could cook dinner, and there was a gentleman in the store, and he was coughing over the meat, and both of us were like, and it was so funny because we both listen. You start coughing and all that stuff, we running like it's the plague.
We run it in your face.
We run it in your face. We don't care if you see us. I'm gonna need you to cover your mouth, put on a mask. You need to stay home. Send your mama, your cousin, your auntie to the store to get you some chicken wings or something because you need to stay home. Because and if you go out, at least be considerate of others. You know, wear a mask, make sure you're washing your hands, you're remaining socially distant, you're doing everything necessary to keep not only yourself safe, but those that are around you safe as well. There are a lot of people out there with, you know, immune deficiency situations going on. A lot of people have underlying health issues. And so it's important that we take care of each other. Because people not wearing a mask, you are not taking care of other people. How do you not have a heart to care for people that are in your community, that you live and go to the same stores around, the same gas stations, the same movie theaters, the same restaurants with, that you just don't care enough to take care of other people? I don't understand. I'm confused. So I was reading, and the numbers, it says 97% of the people that are in hospitals with COVID are unvaccinated, and people are dying every single minute from COVID. So if you don't want to get the vaccine, it is absolutely your choice. We are not mad at you. We just please ask that you remain diligent about being safe. I was talking to my Aunt Sharon, and I was asking her how things were going because she lives in Maryland. I was talking to her about how things are going with COVID and how people are staying safe. And she said, listen, she put on a mask and a shield and a hat and a scarf and some gloves and pull out wet wipes. And I'm like, Auntie, you put on everything but a hazmat suit. No. And then we started laughing, but it's so true. You know, sometimes you just have to, you know, you cannot be too careful.
No.
Cannot be too careful. So listen, your choice, whatever you decide, God bless. It's up to you. I just saw in the chat, my mom said, write me a song, please. We'll write your song. We can write some songs. I'm just saying, we talented. Well, maybe I get Yvette and Mr. Cletus to write her a song. What you think about that? What you think about that?
That's an idea.
Now that would be a song to remember. That's all you're going to remember. So listen, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your children. Be diligent about wearing your mask, washing your hands, being safe. We go to the grocery store and get fruit and vegetables and stuff. We come home, they do not touch our refrigerator until they have been washed and cleaned and all that stuff, because you go to the store and you don't know who's been touching those vegetables and that fruit, picking it up, putting it down. Oh, I don't like this one, put that one back. These tomatoes, that's too soft, let me put it back. Oh, this cantaloupe look good, but I don't want it today.
Smelling it.
Exactly.
On it.
Exactly. So be diligent. My mom said, help me, Jesus. Yes, because if Yvette writes your song, you're going to need Jesus.
I don't know that.
Yvette got it going on?
It's your girl.
Hello. Hello.
It's your girl.
Hello. Hello. Listen, if y'all did not see the show last Sunday, y'all have to go back so y'all can hear Yvette's song, her and Mr. Cleety song. They dating, in case y'all didn't know. You want to tell them that they dating? I don't know if they wanted to. I done told them. Oh, maybe Yvette and Mr. Cleety wanted to tell them. I done spilled
some of them may be trying to play this back later. Like, did they say that?
Yeah, they did. I think Yvette gonna be like, oh, you told. But last Sunday when they was hosting the show, they had said that they was dating and, you know, getting, you know, in a relationship. They were relating. Yes, they were relating. Oh my goodness. So listen, we just beg you guys, please be safe, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and look out for the people in your community. Yeah. And make sure you check on each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because this thing is serious. You might be good right now, and then later you know your chest hurting and you can't breathe and you got body aches and pains. So check on your loved ones. Let them, you know, if they need something to drink, make sure you are drinking your hot liquids. Those liquids will help kill the virus, will help it go down into your stomach acids which will kill the virus. Oh, that almost did. I almost had to bleep that out. Wah, wah, wah.
I know what you said.
That was like, whoop,
If
whoop.
only we could see faces. They
I
can
know.
see our faces. If only we could see faces.
They know what I meant.
Mhm.
I said stomach acids. No, that's you last week talking about something. Instead of hemorrhoids, it should be asteroids.
Oh, I said that?
Yes.
Oh, was it me?
Yes, it was. I remember.
Anyway, folks, we have some tips. All right, some tips that I've looked up, which we pretty much follow these rules or these tips. But just listen, write notes, whatever you need to do. But here's some top tips to prevent the spread of COVID-19 or any other virus or cold or whatever.
Yes.
All right. So first, as we all know and we all don't practice, is wear a mask to protect yourself and others.
Yes.
All right. So please. It's really not that difficult. Unless you have, breathing issues, health issues, you just cannot wear a mask, then, that's understandable. Stay home.
Stay home.
Don't get out there and get yourself sick or get somebody else sick. Because the thing is, like I've said before, you can't look at somebody and tell whether they have COVID or not.
No, you cannot. You absolutely
you
cannot.
really don't know.
Exactly.
Even people that, do that little cough, it makes you think about COVID, but you really don't know whether they have anything or not.
And a lot of times they don't know because the symptoms are those that are similar to a common cold. And so a lot of times people don't know, and a lot of times people are stubborn. They won't get themselves checked out. They think, oh, I've had a cold before. Oh, it's I've had a runny nose before, or it's my sinuses, it's my allergies, it's my this. Listen, I do not want them to stick that thing up my nose like they did that time. I thought I was going to die when they I was like, ma'am, are you checking for COVID or are you trying to check to see if my brain cells are working? Because I swear she was tickling around with my brain cells when she put that thing up my nose.
Trying to delete some memories.
I'm trying to tell. I think I forgot a couple things after she was done with that thing. I just sat there. She was done, pulled it out, and was taking off her PPE gear, and I was still sitting there stuck. Cause I was like, lady, I think you need to go back up in there and put some stuff back. Cause my eye wouldn't even work after that. Like, and then they said we were talking about going to Hawaii. Went online. This was last year. We were talking about going to Hawaii, and they said we had to have a COVID test. I said we won't be going to Hawaii.
Yeah. We tried it.
Yeah, we did. It didn't work out because
we cut that trip right off our calendar.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, but we went to Key West, and it was awesome.
It was awesome.
We had a great time.
We had a great time.
We'll be going again.
Yes, we will.
So another thing, of course, stay 6 feet. Practice safe distance.
Yes.
Which is, in a lot of cases, 6 feet would be like 2 arm lengths. So unless you got really short arms, then maybe 3 arm lengths. But
you need to scoot over.
Since we good. yeah, we good. We are good. We practice the same way.
Yes, we do.
So avoid crowds.
Yes.
Particularly in poor ventilated areas.
Yes.
Like if there's a church or going to concerts, small rooms, and you're in a crowded room, or you're going to a bar and it's crowded, you're going to support somebody. Avoid those places. Some of that stuff it's worth saving your life.
Yes, it is. Because listen, if you go see who we were going to see this past week, Cat Williams not gonna know you died because you was at his concert.
Nope.
So it is not worth it. Do you understand? We had tickets to go see Cat Williams in concert, and we did not go because too many people, and the numbers are up. And I love my life, and I love my husband. I don't want none of us dying.
We'll see you next year, hopefully.
Yes, we will. There'll be another. We live because we were safe and we were, COVID conscious. We will live to see him again.
We were full of care.
Careful.
Okay. So, and if possible, get the vaccine.
Yes.
If you can get the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
get the vaccine.
Yes.
No, we don't know, 100% sure that, oh yeah, it's the cure, but we do know that the people that have the vaccine
Yeah.
have a stronger chance of fighting the virus than
Mm-hmm.
people that don't, based on stats.
Right. Based on information that's out there, 97% of the people that have been hospitalized, that have been deemed to be at a point with their sickness that they need to be under hospital care, put on a ventilator, or intubated, or whatever the situation is, have been people or are people that are unvaccinated. The numbers show. Now we don't know if the vaccine. We know the vaccine is not 100%.
Yeah, it's not 100, but I'd rather be in that 95 percentile, that 87 percentile, than be in the 13
Hello.
percentile that can just die if
Right.
I get it.
Right.
Because there has been people that have been 100% healthy,
Mm-hmm.
gone to visit a loved one that has COVID because
Mm-hmm.
they love them so much, and
Mm-hmm.
then 2 days later they're gone.
They are gone. They
We
are gone.
true story.
True
That's
story.
real stuff.
Real. Real stuff. It's
Multiple cases I've heard
yeah.
from people that I know
Mm-hmm.
that have experienced somebody going to see a loved one that has COVID, comes down with COVID, and days later
Yes.
they're gone.
Yes. And while we're talking about that, talking about people that we know, I read in Smart News, Jesse Jackson and his wife have both been hospitalized with COVID. So we want to keep them along with everybody else in our prayers.
So another thing, clean your hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your hands, they're probably the most contaminated things on your body.
Yes.
Of course, your feet can't because you're wearing shoes, hopefully. Yeah, but your hands, you're always touching stuff. You're always touching stuff. You always, I mean, I know y'all seen me a couple times, during this show. Scratch my head a couple times. I probably did like this, probably did like this. But I keep my hands clean. I am almost like a germaphobe. Not a
Not almost like
100%, almost
tell
like.
the people.
Let me get the almost in there. All right. So I'm very conscious of my hands being
Yeah.
clean, and a lot of times because I deal with people, I
Yes.
cook a lot.
Yes.
I even cook with gloves. I
Yes.
mean, I'm a very clean person
Yeah.
when it comes to just being myself. And it just comes to
No.
when it comes to just being myself. I'm just a clean person, so I don't play even when it has nothing to do with COVID. Keep your hands clean.
Keep your
It's
hands
good for
clean.
you and it's good for people around you.
Yes.
Especially if y'all cooking.
Yes.
Y'all know.
Yeah.
To be at the house.
Listen, how many times have we gone? Can we just stop for a second and talk about these restaurants, these fast food places where these people are not wearing masks? Talk about the employees. They are not wearing masks. They are not wearing gloves. They are making your food. They are stirring your food. They are placing your food on plates, in bags, in containers, and they are breathing on the food. I just don't understand.
Yeah, like they don't or can't get sick, and
because they're making the food.
And a lot of times you don't know whether you're
food.
sick or not.
Exactly. And we don't know if they're sick or not. And sometimes, like you said, they don't know if they're sick or not. So please be careful. If you walk into a restaurant to get some food and they don't have a mask on, please turn around and go and leave.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done it many times.
Many times. It's my money. I spend it if I want to spend it. And if I don't want to spend it here because you don't want to wear a mask or want to wear gloves, then you're going to lose my 8, 9, 10, 25, 35, 45.
Yeah.
47.
Because you can't cook without being over the food, looking at it. You can't do like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to see what you're cooking.
Right.
So that means you almost have to be over it a little bit.
Exactly.
But anyway, to each his own. We just won't support it.
Exactly.
When you wash your hands, at least 20 seconds.
Sing the happy birthday song.
Sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Do the ABCs. Some of you guys that have graduated. Do the ABCs.
And you remember your ABCs.
And use sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol content in it. All right. You don't want to use 100 proof because it'll dry too quick. It's not gonna kill the viruses or the germs on your hands. So
exactly.
Somewhere 60, 70, 80, that works wonderful. Avoid close contact with people or contact. You don't have to put the word close on it. Avoid contact with people that are sick.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
And if you're not sure where people have been, a lot of times people don't know who you've been around, who you've been in contact with, how long you've been around other people. If you're coming straight from home, straight from work, straight from the store, the mall, the movies, or wherever, we have to think about those things and be conscious of those possibilities that I don't know where you came from.
And it's people that you really love and care, and you know they're always careful, but you just don't know.
You don't know, and I'm not trying to be offensive.
Right now, certain people you do know, and you know they're funny like you.
Yeah.
You like, okay, well, you know what? I know I can hug this person, but even when I hug this person, I'm still gonna hug them and kind of turn my head so that we're not breathing in each other's faces. Right. It's not a me being funny thing. It's me protecting you and protecting myself, so that we can still get that love like a mother.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm gonna hug my mom.
Exactly.
You know, but still, I hug my mom and I turn my head so that, you know, if there's anything that I don't know is wrong with me, I'm not giving it to her by breathing in her face, even with a mask on.
Exactly.
Even with a mask on. Exactly. I have my mask on and I hug my mom and I say, "Oh, I love you, mom." And, you know, boom. Hey, I got my hug in, you know.
You know what I love too is that she is very understanding and she is very clear about how we feel about COVID and being careful and all that stuff. And she still hugs us and we still hug her. But we are, like you said, we hug and turn our head so that we can make sure that we're caring for each other. I don't want to miss out on the hug. I love the hugs, but I still want to make sure that we're being safe.
Right. On both sides.
On both sides. So, absolutely.
And as most of you should know, when you sneeze, don't sneeze into your hand. Don't sneeze on the back of your hand. Sneeze
in your elbow.
All right. To your elbow. All right. That's how you sneeze, or into the tissue. You don't put it back in your pocket after you sneeze into the tissue. How many times have you seen a deacon do that?
The deacon.
All right. Ew. Come on, Deke.
No, you know the one that gets me is when I see people blow their nose at the table of a restaurant and then they put it in their pocket. Or what's even worse, they put it on the table. Oh, I didn't want to say let's go. I can't stay here.
Dessert. No
everything.
Dessert. No. Matter of fact, I'm paying
so we can get up out of here.
Yeah, I'm paying so we can get up out of here. You know, so if y'all happen to be with me and
we got to go.
You know, we eating dinner or something, and I just get up and go look at the table.
Yeah, it's one thing. It's one thing to, you know, have to, you know, wipe your nose or something like that, and then you sanitize your hands or do whatever. But to blow your nose
at the
table and then put it on the table or put it in your pocket, I'm not going to eat with you no more. I am so booked and busy every time you want to go eat. No, we got something to do. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't go with you.
Yeah. So another thing, clean.
Yes.
Clean frequently, especially areas that are visited by multiple people. You know, tables, you know, your desk at work. Make sure your mouse, your keyboard.
Yes.
Clean, because you never know who is touching your stuff when you're not at your desk or at your table or whatever. Just stay clean. Even your table tray, your knobs at home. If you have frequent visitors at home, clean your knobs. How often do you clean your knobs?
Yeah.
You know, you never know who walking up to your house, sneezing a hand or do a little quick one of these, and then they turn your knob and walk in the door. The next thing you know, you leave, you come back home, and you turn your knob too. And it's like, you wonder how you got sick. Well, I haven't been anywhere. No, you haven't been anywhere.
But the person that touched your knob has been a whole bunch of places. You know, the other thing that I think people don't think about too is body fluids are not just coming out of your mouth. They also come out of your nose. They also come out of your eyes. You know, when I know for me, my allergies tend to bother me a lot when I'm around different people that have like maybe hairspray and deodorant and different lotions and perfumes and whatever, blah, 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 detergents in their clothes. My allergies are extremely sensitive and I will start having an allergic reaction almost immediately, which causes my eyes to start running out of control. And so I have a habit of wiping my eye. But then if I don't clean my hands after that and I go to touch somebody or touch your face, I have now put my body fluids on your body. No, see, you're doing too much. That was supposed that
you
was
said
supposed,
it. I'm just
that was supposed to make people think, I gotta be careful. You saying know what? Can y'all pray for him, please? That was supposed to make people feel like, oh my God, I gotta be careful. I didn't think about that. You talking about some like that's good.
No, I'm just saying it was a tear though. It's like I could wipe your tears. It's not
You
like you
can.
said you were drooling and you woke up in the morning, you did like this, and that's thing you know, you like, oh no, I better not touch him. You did the tear things. I can touch your tears all day.
I'm
I
just
can
saying
wipe
other,
your tears.
but I'm just talking about other people. When you touch your tears and go to touch somebody's hand and they wipe their face because they're sweating or whatever, now your body fluid is mixed with theirs and they touch their eyes and hands and whatever else, and now they trying to figure out how they got sick. And you talking about something,
so now we're talking about sweat.
You know what? I'm about to end this podcast because you need help.
All right. So one last thing. Monitor your health. All right. So if you feeling funny, you're feeling different. All right. You're feeling, like weaker or tired, more tired than you normally feel.
Yes.
Or your nose is running, your eye, you don't taste food the same way, your appetite has changed. Monitor your health daily. At this time during this COVID era, it is very important that you notice your differences in your system.
Exactly. And can we just talk about some things that people can do to kind of keep their immune system up? Lemon in your water, vitamin C. Lemon is very good for killing any type of mucus and bacteria and drying out any sinus infections and allergies. Put some lemon in your tea. Oh my goodness, it works wonders. We drink and use ginger
all the time.
Ginger is a miracle working what is it, a fruit? I don't know what it's called, a vegetable.
It's a root.
It's a root. Okay. Ginger is a miracle working root. We absolutely love it. You boil it. Listen, I don't have all the ingredients. Mr. TW over here makes us some ginger tea, but it is so good for your immune system. Sprinkle some turmeric on your food. That does wonders. People, listen. Y'all remember back in the day when your grandma and your great grandma had a garden and she went out there plucking all kinds of herbs and spices and used it on the food, and people they didn't have all this stuff back then. We need to get back to that.
Yeah.
We need to get back to that because a lot of these herbs, natural herbs, have healing power. Ginger has changed my life when it comes to for the ladies' menstrual cycle. You drink some ginger when you know it's about to be that time of the month. I'm talking about your cramps are gone, your pain is gone, you feel like you still have energy, you're not down for long. I know for me, the first day is out of control. I want to just shoot everybody. But ginger literally has changed my life when it comes to that, and we use it like nobody's business. Pomegranate juice, drink you some pomegranate juice. It has
for your heart.
It is extremely good for your heart. It has a lot of antibiotics in it, and not antibiotics. What's the word? Antacid. No, that's another word. It's another something.
One of them ants.
Antioxidants.
Yes, like
that's the word.
Pineapples is another good thing for antioxidants.
Yes, it is. Well, I can't have pineapples. I know you can't, but for other people, it really is. Yeah. So listen, we just need to do some research and start going to the store. Ginger does not look good. Okay, let me just warn you. If you've never had ginger before,
it's a beautiful plant.
Look it up.
Beautiful root.
I'm about to show the people what ginger looks like.
What I'm saying, don't pick a bad one now. Ginger. I should go to the fridge right now and show them what ginger should look like.
Go get it
when you buy ginger.
Go get it. It is not cute. I'm just saying.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, it's not cute if you go to the store and it don't look like it's supposed to look.
I'm about to share the screen. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Cool. Okay. Ginger is not that cute. Okay. It don't look like something you go to the store and you be like, ooh,
you sound like you talking about Gilligan's Island or something. Ginger is not that cute. It's not that hating.
Listen, it's a root.
It's a root.
But it is so beautiful. Good for you.
That is just beautiful.
It is. It is.
Yeah, get it when it's like light.
Which one? Like this one over
thick.
Here?
Well, like the skin on it is light. Don't get it when it's dark because that means it's kind of dried out.
Okay.
So that's
so
nice.
That's
right
yeah.
now.
Okay.
That's
so that's a nice one. That's how it should look on the inside. But you can boil. You explain to them because you know how you do it. You don't.
Well, I typically either I'll skin it and I'll chop it up, or I'll just go ahead and slice it. Then I'll boil it for like 20 minutes. And then I'll just basically the same formula that you do when you make tea or lemonade. I'll just do that with the juice, with the water content, the ginger water, and that combination, nothing like that good old burn that goes down with ginger.
Yes. And here's, look at that. That looks so pretty. It says how to make an easy ginger juice recipe. Boom. It's from tasteofhome.com. If that doesn't look pretty, if that ain't worth you looking this up, tasteofhome.com. Shout out to them for making such a beautiful drink.
And you don't even need the mint leaf in there.
Don't even need the mint leaf, but it looks pretty though. And they made some ginger drink. It makes it look pretty, but can you look over here? I would not want to buy that, but if I know that this is the end result,
looks worse. It's a root too.
Let me look up turmeric.
Now, turmeric is a little, anyway. So, if you guys don't know what turmeric looks like, it looks like ginger, but it's smaller. It's a smaller root.
Well, here it is.
And a lot of times you find it in a powdered form.
Yes, I did see that.
So that is what turmeric looks like.
But you know what I love too? Just so you know, if you do not have the skills, like I do not have the skills to cut and dice and slice and skin it and all that stuff, I just wait for him to say it's ready. But they also offer it in tea formula. So you can go to the grocery store and go down the tea aisle. They have turmeric tea, they have ginger tea, they have herb tea, they have echinacea tea, all kinds of herbs that are good for you. And so you can get that stuff in your system to help build your immune system to help fight some of this stuff that's going around too. A lot of people that we know don't get colds, don't get sick, barely get headaches and all that stuff. It's because they are using the natural herbs from Mother Nature, from the earth, to help save them from sicknesses and diseases and all this old stuff. Start getting that stuff in your system. I know when my children were young, I would give them vitamin C every single morning. And I made them think, well, it does taste like orange juice. It really does. But I'm like, let's pop your piece of candy, before you leave, before you go to school. And my kids, God bless, they don't get sick. They don't get colds. They never had the flu. They ain't never had none of that stuff. And so as adults, that stuff works for us too.
Yep, it does.
That stuff works for us too.
Keep this stuff in your system.
Yes. So that we can stay alive and healthy and well.
There's a way to manipulate the ingredients to make it taste good, but don't do it by itself. Don't eat ginger by itself.
Ooh,
don't eat turmeric by itself.
Ooh,
there's you can make it drink or you can add it to your foods. All right.
Yes.
So don't.
Right. This is a warning. I put a disclaimer here. We told you, do not eat ginger by itself. You will be squirming around on the floor screaming for your mama as a 60-year-old man or woman looking for help, because it will burn burn you up. Oh my goodness. So listen, that is our show already. I can't believe it's been an hour. We hope that something that we have said has been entertaining, also educational and beneficial to you. And we hope that you will like and subscribe to our channel so that you can make sure you do not miss a show. Make sure you tell a friend and invite them to a Facebook Live watch party.
Yeah.
So we would love to see you again. We're going to do some trivia next week. We're going to be giving away some money, honey. So make sure you are ready for 6 p.m. next Sunday. We look forward to seeing you. We thank you for watching. And again, I'm your girl, your best friend, your next door neighbor, Natasha Cash.
And I'm T-Dub in the building.
Hey, thank you for watching. Woo! Come on, y'all know the jingle. Chat. Come on. Y'all sing it. We keep it plain, we keep it real, we really get down to it. You know the drill. From the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure you stay locked. We go beyond the chat. We go. Hey, we're not just talk, we go. Peace.
Peace.